All right, Chris, Warriors a little too cocky for you?
Well, the Warriors have been cocky. I mean, 3 years ago, it was a cute story. You know, they got the schematics. They're doing things a different way. They pass the ball. They're going to shoot threes. They got guys coming from places, not powerhouses. Clay's from Washington State. Come on, Davidson. Like, stop. Draymond's from Michigan State, a late sounder.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it was a great story. The style for which they played, it was great. Then all of a sudden, they start feeling themselves. Then they started hanging their hand a little longer. Then they started doing the walk-offs. Then everything else, and then I think the public has switched on them because they were the most adored team. People were fascinated to see them. Now, because of Draymond and his dirty play and some of the other things, that the narrative, it's changed. They have been cocky for a long time. Too cocky? I don't know if there's such a thing as too cocky.
I wonder, I'll defer to you, Chris. They're different. They got wildly popular fast. They're kind of the burb team, the skinny jeans, the cool, the hip. And overnight, they went from, oh, that's how everybody has to play. Is there a little bit of an innate resentment toward their style, the burbs, the cool factor, and the shoe deals on that roster?
Well, there's definitely resentment toward them. And like Chris said, it's not new. Remember, after they won the title in 2015, Doc Rivers comes out and basically says, everybody was hurt. Memphis was hurt. Cleveland was hurt. We were hurt. They didn't meet us. They got lucky. And that's what propelled them to the 73 wins. They were like, man, everybody's disrespecting our championship. They went out and got it done in regular season, not the championship, obviously. But I like it. And correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, but I don't really like hearing pro athletes complain about, they ran up the score.
For real.
They were dunking on it. It's not CYO. You know, I mean, if you don't like it, stop them.
Steph still, did you hear him say Steph's on the floor with 40? Well, you know, you could have stopped that 40 earlier in the day. You had an opportunity to do that. There is no such thing as running up the score in pro sports. You get paid to prevent that. There is no such thing as too cocky. And no such thing. It's a word. The Pistons, the bad boys, were they cocky? Yeah. Were the Lakers cocky with Kobe? We can go back with Jordan cocky. I was going there. That's a part of winning. There is no such thing. When you win, you walk out there on the court confident. You walk on the field, the pitch, it doesn't matter, on the ice, confident. And that's a part of it. If you don't like it, stop it.
But realize the resentment, though, too, because soon as they won the NBA championship, remember, Steph came back to Cleveland, talked about the champagne smell in Cleveland's locker room. So they've been doing this for a minute.
That's right. It's not new.
They've been trolling people for a minute.
I would argue the ratings in the NBA are down this year, and they're up in college basketball, but I'll stay with the NBA, that there's conflicting storylines. We didn't like LeBron, bad guy. Then LeBron goes to Cleveland, we're like, wait a minute, I like him. He went back home. Golden State, we love them. Oh, wait, they got KD, they're greedy. I don't like them. I think one of the problems of the NBA this year is these kind of muddied storylines. Do we like LeBron or hate him? The league was best served when everybody hated the Pistons and everybody hated the Lakers and everybody hated LeBron. I would love to see the Warriors go back to being cocky and the league's villain, because I think the NBA right now has no villain. Patriots are a villain. The Yankees are a villain. You know, Alabama's a villain. There's no villain in the NBA.
As long as they have Kevin Durant, like let's say they win the championship this year, maybe fairly easily, they're going to be the villain. Because as long as the feeling is they're too good.
Right.
Like, they don't even have Durant.
They're going to be the villain even if they lose. Because the narrative is going to be.
But what if they win? Chris, what if they win? Chris, what if they?
You think people are going to be cheering for them?
I think it could be the same thing as Miami. Miami was the villain, and then they lost to Dallas, and then people wanted LeBron to win. Okay, he paid his dues. He showed his tough. I think if they lost this year, then people would want to see Durant.
But what if they win, honestly?
I'm with Chris. I think if they lose this one, it's going to be a lot of people jumping on, piling on, saying, you went out and you did all of that. You talked about you had the new way of doing it from ownership down. You're being all cocky. You're getting all the threes, and you lost.
And the only reason why you won the first one was because everyone was hurt.